Okay, y'all, so this is what I experienced. I've talked about this in several videos, how this area right here gets really dry and flaky. The week after unflow leaves, unflow meaning, you know, that time of the month. This is what I experience. And when I see this, I think of dry skin, dandruff, but most of this is just dried sebum. And the reason I think so is because it's white and the flakes are really, really small. It's like crusty. You see that? So that's what I need to, look at right here, cleanse off, exfoliate off. I know this may look a little bit, I guess, nasty or disturbing, but I just wanted to show y'all. Okay, and as you can see, my roots look white or dingy looking. That's because my roots are covered with sebum, and it's dry because, you know, I've been sweating and I haven't added any moisture to my hair, and just bottom line, it just needs to be cleansed off, some of it, or most of it. So, you see that? So before I show y'all what I'm going to do with the grease, I'm just going to spray this area, the roots, really good with water on this twist and let it sit for a minute, soften everything up so y'all can see that it is actually sebum. So in this part, and I have hot water in this bottle, so I'm just gonna let that set and get it really, really wet so it can soften the sebum up. Put some here. Put some water on the scalp. Try to make sure I get some water on the scalp. I'll wet everything. So while the moisture is getting into my hair strands and the sebum and the scalp for this twist, I'm just gonna go ahead and add some of, oh, look at that. You see that? Some of the grease to all of this dry sebum and dry skin. Just put it on there, rub it in. You want to rub it in really good to make sure it softens all of that dry sebum, dry skin. And I'm doing this, I'm going to do this on dry hair. You can do it on, well, not dry hair, dry skin. My scalp is dry. You can do this on a dry scalp. Just be sure to wash it out maybe within an hour or two, or if you want to wait a day, that's fine, just to leave it on, but I would say don't go past a day because it's already dry, and the goal is just to soften all of this up so it'll lift up, and when I wash it, it'll just melt away. The shampoo will just eat it up and wash it away. These are my little edges, y'all. I think they've grown since I showed them to y'all the last time. I think they were like right here. So now it's going down to about right there. I think that was about what, some weeks ago? So I'm just gonna put grease there and just let it set. It's gonna soften everything up. And then I'm going to leave my hair in the twist, but part the twist and put some grease on the scalp. And make sure when you put it on there, y'all, you rub it in, because you're rubbing it into the skin so everything can lift up from the skin. Let's see. It's about how much? See how I'm rubbing that in? And do this side. If you want to take your twist down and do it, that's fine, but I have somewhere to go, so I want to leave my twist in. Just put that right there. And that's how I'm going to do each twist. Just part it and put the grease. And you can also add a little bit to the roots. That's one good thing about greasing your scalp. The next wash day, that grease that you put there will, it's going to coat the hair strands and be able to protect it from the harsh ingredients in the shampoo. Okay, so now that this section is wet, I'm just going to get my finger and scrub the scalp with my fingernails. And I'm not doing it like rough. You just need like a gentle scrub. Okay, it's a lot of sebum right here. And again, I'm just doing this to show y'all that that white stuff is really just dried sebum. Of course, it's like, you know, dry skin, dead skin cells in there, dirt, oil, sweat. But for the most part, it's sebum. You see it right here? You can still see it on my finger. Let me show you. See that? Look how waxy it is. So just imagine if I didn't wash my hair as often as I do and just leave all of this crud and gunk on my scalp. You see that? So that's what has dried up on my scalp. And I added water to it just to soften it back up. Okay, and I'm going to show you what happens when I add the grease. So if I get the grease and put it on top of that sebum and just rub it in, you see how it dissolved? So what the grease has done is actually thinned out that sebum, and now it's in the mix of this grease. You see that? Now it's gone. So that's what I'm doing to my scalp. Even though I'm doing it on a dry scalp, it's pretty much the same thing. So if you choose to do this on a wet scalp, this is what will happen. It's gone, but you still want to shampoo this off as soon as possible, because the sebum, the waxy sebum, the grease has just thinned it out, and it's just now in the mix of this grease. So it's best to just go ahead and shampoo your scalp while the grease and the sebum has mixed together, and then the shampoo will help you just wash all of it off, and you'll have a clean scalp. So just for video purposes, I got some tissue right here, and I'm just gonna wipe it off. You see it's all gone? But of course, you want to use shampoo because you got to get rid of any bacteria or, you know, fungus that may be on your scalp. But I just wanted to show you that. See how it's going? It's clean. And I just want to make sure I part both sections of the twist and apply some grease. Rub it in, y'all. And in my previous videos, I've always said that I only grease my scalp, you know, on wash day while the scalp is wet. And I just do it one time, just on wash day. I don't go, you know, day after day or every 2 or 3 days and grease my scalp. No. This is me trying to exfoliate and deep cleanse my scalp. So I'm doing it on a dry scalp now, but I have no intentions on leaving this in my hair for a long time. This will be shampooed out probably later today or maybe within the next hour or 2 or 3. I don't know, but before the day is over. And when I do this, y'all, I don't manipulate the hair because it's dry. So that's why I say I'm going to leave these twists in. Plus I want to wear them out. And be careful if you do this, because when you do apply the grease, in order to lift all of that up, it will start lifting up and you may be able to see it like on your scalp. So I suggest doing this when you have nothing to do or you plan to wash it out right away, or if you're just going to cover your head and go out. See how easy that was to come off? Okay, so I'm gonna get my comb just to show y'all. You see how that's lifting up? Look at that. And y'all, that's hormones. Because I don't experience this a lot. Look at that. And see how easy that came up? Let's see this. Okay, we'll put a little bit more right here. You see it's coming up? And again, you don't have to scratch this up. When you wash your hair and wet it, it's all going to soften up and the shampoo will be able to eat it up. I just wanted to show y'all how easy it is to scratch up after you apply the grease. So I need to leave this on here a little bit longer. You see that? And if you don't want your scalp to get to this point, I suggest as soon as Unflow leaves, you go ahead and do this. Because the week before Unflow and the week of Unflow, sebum production is really high. That's why you have that oily skin. Look at this side, y'all. You see that? Yeah. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna get off here and go ahead and grease my scalp really, really good. And again, I'm using a Green Blue Magic. You can use whatever grease you choose. Put it on here. Okay, y'all, so it's been about 8 hours since I put the grease in. And as you can see, this dried sebum and the dry skin is coming up. You see that? It's flaking. I don't know if you can see it too good on the camera, but you see that piece is here's a little piece. Okay. Okay. And I am about to wash my hair, y'all. I just wanted to show you what it looks like once the grease softens everything up.